Hello, I'm Chris. This is Reality Shadow Band, and today I just want to do a quick video about how it's not your fault. For most men in going through divorces, this is not your fault, and all the stuff that happens afterwards is actually not your fault either. Okay, so if you're a man and you're married, got married, which is a really bad idea in general. I'm surprised. I'm sorry no one told you not to do that. But now that you're in it, it's good to know that it's a bad deal. And if you can get out first, that's probably the best way to plan it. If you can control it somehow, because it's eventually going to happen for most men. So yeah, so if you are a good man and you're married and you're taking care of your kids and you're paying attention, you're paying the bills or at least trying to, or putting in good faith ethic, you're not drunk, you're not strung out on drugs. Even if you're doing drugs, if you're like holding it down and keeping it going and being a good person and not cheating and not going out, not being on a dating apps. Um, the porn thing, I understand because once the sex goes with these women, yeah, we just need to get the evil out. Yeah, women have a really hard time understanding what this is, and they consider themselves very empathetic, but they have no idea that this is something that men have to deal with, and we're usually very quiet about it because we're shamed quite a bit about it. Anyway, so if she says one day, I'm not happy, well, whatever happens after that, if you've been being a good person, being a good man, and supporting this, keeping your vows, supporting this woman, supporting your family, and she pulls that stuff, whatever happens after that is not your fault. You kept the deal. She broke the deal. So again, we have control over this, but we don't have control of the consequences. This is what women don't fully realize is what happens after you pull that shit. The whole culture is, of course, responding to this now, and that's why men are totally checking out of this whole scheme. Thank God, and maybe this will be the end, finally the end of what this is causing to our culture and the world. But yeah, so whatever happens after that is not your fault, dude, because she took control. She's like, "No, you're not doing it good enough. I got a better plan. I'm going to do it better than you." And that's what she said, and that's how she sees it. And that's so whatever happens is, "Oh, this is your plan? Oh, this is how you want to do it? This is how you think it's good?" I don't think this is the way it should be done, but if you think it's the way it should be done, and so here's the scenario. My whole life growing up, it's like, oh yeah, get married, you're gonna find a woman, like it's gonna be great. All the movies. Now my parents didn't say that. My parents didn't actually say anything. My dad, my mom, this just was not even mentioned. This stuff was not really talked about because it was sort of like understood. But as the cultural changes happened, so growing up, I was told I'd be in the steering wheel and I'd find a good woman, she'd be your partner, and we grow this life together and all this other stuff, and you'd be in the steering wheel, and it's like, oh yeah, get in that car and drive around, and she'll love you and all that stuff. Yeah, that's totally a lie. It may have been true at one point for some people. Maybe that's the fantasy, but that was never really the intention of marriage historically and even modernly. And to make it's actually impossible to make someone happy. Women seem to understand this, and they're just miserable creatures at the bottom of the pile, just because of the things that they have to deal with. I guess we have to deal with stuff too, but we're not super miserable. I don't know. That seems like there's been a lot of cultural programming about this. Anyway, so whatever happens after she says I'm not happy and does the divorce thing, and you've been a good person, and splits the kids up, you only see them on the weekends and every other weekend and like all that stuff. That's not parenting. That's actually deleting you out of life. So that's basically saying I'm taking control. So you were told, I was told my whole life we had the control. Well, it turned out to be the woman was in charge the whole damn time. They knew it. They didn't tell anybody, but they knew they were in charge, and they gave us a plastic wheel, and it just looked like we were driving it. And just one day she goes, "I'm not happy." It's like, no, no, no. We're gonna go straight. We're gonna keep going this way because this is we have everything. We have a house paid. Like everything's paid for. Everything's. We have a good family. No, it wasn't enough. It never is enough. That's the thing. So I had a plastic wheel. I didn't realize it was a plastic wheel until that moment. I was like, no, I want to drive straight. And she's like, no, we're taking this turn. I was like, hey, no. So you have a plastic wheel on this whole thing because of the way, the laws are set up. And don't talk about legislation changes. This has to crash down to the ground before any of that stuff even approached as reality. Anyone that talks about those solutions, legislation, stop. The solution is to abandon the system, Let this thing burn down. Let women be strong and independent and don't need no man, and really make it no man. I'm going to do another video about this. Men are just like completely abstaining from relationships with women. So women are dealing with top 2.7%, which are total scoundrels. And we're just going to pump and dump you ruthlessly. So women, congratulations. You brought back the patriarchy. Now you get to do it. So everything that happens after the divorce, after she says that, and you have been a good person, is their fault. You can just okay, you want to do it your way? Do it your way. And you have to never tell them this, that you know this. Just back away slowly. Keep your eyes on them because, yeah, they're completely insane at this point and delusional. And all this stuff has to crash hard before they go, oh, maybe we do need men. Maybe marriage is a good way to stabilize a society and grow healthy people. No, let's see the results of I'm not happy. No one's at fault. Yeah, okay. Well, no, there's someone at fault. And the law may not say it. You may have a legal thing that says, law, you're not at fault. But no, she's at fault. She's at fault. And you're not at fault. So whatever happens after that, you can be guilt free. Whatever fucked up thing happens to your kids, jail, drugs, all that shit, her fault. Just know that it's her fault because she broke the vow. You can't get rid of men. Sorry. Good luck with that.